Hello guys, it's Susanna here. This is a bit of a haul video and a review video. I watched a Corrine video a few days ago, a little while back, and she mentioned when she went to the Jennifer Colson's class that she recommended the Can Do books. So I went online and had a look, and of course there were some gorgeous books that I wanted. So she sent out a few. These are like little catalogues, and I got a couple of books. I'm interested in getting that one. I might get one. Blended embroidery, combining old and new textiles, ephemera and embroidery. I'm like, that sounds like me. So it might be more books I get. Of course, they send these things in there. Thanks, Corrine. So another, but it's awesome. I think when I went to a Stitches and Crafts show quite a few years back. Sorry, just push this stuff out the way. I remember seeing this lady. So and yeah, she has quite a lot of books there. So this is another one, embroidered birds and their habitats and creative embroidery. So like, oh, they're really nice. So what is it? Can Do Books. So www.candobooks.com.au. She's got amazing books, and the prices are really good. Like this one, I've been eyeing this off in my local quilt shop, and it's about, might have been, I think I'm sure it was $70, which is what you pay for a book, you know. Like when I went on there, maybe because it's a 2019 or something like that, $24.95. This one was $59.95. We won't look at as much of this because it says the art of Anamika Main, which I've heard of this lady, and yeah, I really love her work. So it was more showing the pictures of her work, whereas this actually gives you projects. So I'll show you through all of this, and then I'll show you the haul that I did today. Oh my goodness, went out with my husband into Smythesdale, and they've got the best, like it's one of the vintage shops I go to, and she just got more stuff. So and I'm like, oh, so there's some really nice goodies. Now this is actually, it's a by Quilt Mania, what once was old. So she's used old, like, you know, this is like ticking and all that kind of stuff. She's actually French, so it's written in French and English. So yeah, so when you get it, see, French, English, so it's actually quite a good book, and there's some really nice stuff in there. So this I think it must be Seasons. I think it is. There you go. It works in with what Corrine and I are wanting to do about the floral seasons thing. I think when I go to her place in near September, we're going to be doing this, you know, with the floral seasons pack. I've got, when you see in the stuff I bought that with this butterfly in mind. So this is, I think it looks like, I thought it was just a picture. This is like felt. She uses wool felts. So, but I think it might be a pencil case or something. Look at it when you see the, and then you see the size of it. It's not real big. There's a zip and everything at the back. I don't know what that is. It looks like a trowel. Is it a trowel holder? I haven't really read it. I've just looked at pictures and read a little bit. So yeah, but this is, it's very cute, and I like it because it's she uses felt and wool, like as in wool felt, you know, the wool that you can buy. And so this is the size of it, but I think it would make a really nice pencil case, or just even part of a wall hanging. It's just very cute. So hopefully I'm in camera. Guess look. Yep, I am. Amen. Yeah, hopefully you can see it. Aren't these gorgeous? I've got plenty of these little, you know, you get the old quilts, or even if you get a quilted pillowcase, or I'm going to be, after I finish filming this, I'm going to get started on my crazy patchwork. So that's for next coming Tuesday, I think. That's for the July block of the month. So I really need to get stuck into doing that. But you can make your own. you know, this sort of looks a bit like crazy patchwork where you just put bits and pieces on and you put wadding. So, but I really like it. I think it's really cute. And I do have newer ones of these, but I actually purchased some old ones from this antique shop. She's just got such good value. When we got there, my husband and I saw this Edwardian small little double couch, and it was only $85. Like, it's so cheap. And we went in there and I was having an hour, and he goes, I said, look, you know, our cat scratched our other one. We really need another one. And I went to pay what I had, and I said, oh, my husband won't let me buy it. Well, the two people behind us, he said, well, I'm going to get it, and then the lady behind him would have bought it if he hadn't got it. So 3 people in a row, because it was such good value. So and I'm like, oh well, I missed out on that one, but we probably need a bigger one, to be honest. But it was sort of like a small but really cute and such good price. I just love it. There you go, that's the size of it. I think that they're pretty good. So this is a good book because it's got stuff I know I'm going to make. First I'm like, quilt. That's nothing, you know, when what was once old, how is this old? But I used an old white tablecloth and an old yellow tablecloth, and I've got a few pieces in there, like damask pieces, and they had 2 tablecloths there. I'm very much considering going back tomorrow and actually grabbing them, because I thought, oh, if I can make something and make some kits up, and you guys can make it with me. So they're in a soft pink and a green, which shabby chic Christmas, I'm thinking. So yeah, like really nice. You can see the damask, and I think there might be a linen tablecloth, but then the yellow is the damask. It's a nice design, isn't that nice? So the good beauty of this, you get all the patterns. This, she used an old doily, which I thought she had, but she's actually made up a pattern so that you can do something similar. If I would have done it, I probably would have done a bluebird or something like that. I love these, isn't that gorgeous? So it's actually bigger than what you think it is when you see the thing at the back. Here's where it got some of the patterns. Some of the patterns are in the book, and some of them are in the back. So what's this one? This is just a fun little project, thinking outside the box. I turned a canning tool upside down and made a perfect cradle for a nest with a few eggs. It would look great sitting on a bookshelf or on a table next to a vase of daffodils. That'd be nice if you do stuff seasonally. So this is spring. So this is summer. Love this. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, that's the body of the bird, so you can see they are way bigger than what you think. But you know, getting the nice wool that you can get from op shops like blankets, or if you see a woolen, like you go in the men's section, you get nice wool old suit, you know, like a jacket or whatever, which they're pretty ugly, but they're great for this sort of stuff. Love this. I think I'm going to make that. And I've got another book where it had flowers in there, so I might combine this with the flowers. So it just doesn't really show you what to do. It just tells you what to do here. Stack a few buttons with, was it some florist wire. Go from small to big, put the florist wire through, and then you just twist it. So she just explains that. That's the tutorial right there. So I think you see that's that wool felt. It's sort of wool. It's more like the wool that you sort of sew with. Not, yeah, a bit more expensive. You can get them in vintage. I mean, in your quilt shops. So I mean, I like it, but it's not. I'm more of a practical girl. I want something that's going to be a bit more practical. This is the ticking that you can get from France. I know that Forage sells that, and I've seen Rachel use that as well. Oh, so cute, look at that. Better get a move on. This video will take forever. See, that's how big it is, and that you've got the little pieces. I love the bee. Cute. So yeah, love this guy. I think I will make him. I'm just a bit of a sucker for birds. Really nice. Putting it on the spring is pretty interesting. I'm sure you can find something. Love this. Absolutely love this, but this is way bigger than what you think it is. When I'll grab the pattern like this, fleur-de-lis thing is probably about that big. So it's pretty big. This look. Finished size 90 centimeters by 90 centimeters. So 36 by 36. So size of like a tablecloth. I just love this. I just think that looks really nice. It looks like my little stand that I've got on the side. It'll be really shabby. So, and you know, she's just put lace and that on spools and little kids' shoes. But I love how she's used doilies and stuff that haven't, you know, like have being unfinished work. You could probably use a worked doily in there. I think that would look nice. But that's wool again. Looks like it might be like the new felted wool. But this is a damask tablecloth ticking. This is a torchon, which is a French word for, is it torchon or torquin? I don't know. They're tea towels, which Forage sells. And I think this is French. But I mean, it's a French book, so she would have hold of that. So I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind getting out some of my nice French bits and pieces. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. I've got a nice background fabric here, which I will show you. This is way bigger than what you think it is too. It's about that big. Really big. So cat, love that. So cute. Black cat, you don't have to have a black cat. You can have any colour cat you want. So this is more, so what's the size? 55 centimetres. I'm just trying to remember my measuring tape. I think it's in the kitchen. I don't know about that wide, but it just looks bigger on the pattern. It's quite big. It's quite nice though. I do like it. I think it must be autumn. Table mat. Yeah, autumn. So this is a good book for doing stuff seasonally, which is very popular in, you know, America, and obviously France is doing it as well. And they do stuff seasonally. Not a big massive fan. I like the leaves, but can't like everything. Pumpkin, I like what it's on. I think Corrine would probably like that because her dad's a pumpkin farmer. I like this too, once again, damask, or whatever, tablecloth. Love these. This is what I was thinking of making for a Christmas project. I really think they are awesome. And using my pink and green event calendar, it's just using the green in rather than the grey, the mattress ticking, which is really easily available. So peppermint quiet, so they've made it like peppermint, you know, like a peppermint stick. I reckon this little guy's cute. I love his hat. Yep, nice. She used a red damask tablecloth, and then another one. I do really like it. It's red. It's like a pinky red, which is what I really like. They're these. I love them. I think they're really nice, and just doing the fly stitch and having the buttons and just using a bit of felt, and oh, I think they're really nice. And the fact that you can work on the pieces individually, pretty good. Using wool felt probably would be nice, but, and then just using a button, putting wire across the button, and then this is hot glue gun. Yeah, that probably would work. Not a big fan of a hot glue gun. I burn myself every time. But see, that's how big they are. But by the time you sew them together, that's the hat. I really like it. Where are we? It's got sticks for hands. It's a bit of a funny fella. But the embroidery, and then here's a pattern, all different patterns. See, that's how big that bird one is. So yeah, it's a pretty good book. So, well, this one here, I was thinking the butterfly thing. Where are we? On the front there. I was thinking of utilizing and doing something a little bit more similar to that, like getting the This is the Baltic fabrics. They've got all those beautiful colours in them. So I will show you, sort of quickly run through. I'll keep that open there. It's more just showing some of her work. I mean, it's stunning. It is stunning, but it's when it says the art of, there's not projects. But it's just beautiful. She paints stuff and then she goes over them with, it's obviously, you know, on the machine where you use the free motion. She does do some hand stitching like here. Just beautiful. So it gives a little bit about her life. She has textile like pictures, but she also has like a still life. No, I'll show you. She was born in Holland, in Haarlem, which is where my parents were born, in 1944, where it was still occupied, and then they come to Australia in 1951, and that's where they live. She lives in Victoria, in Australia. So these are textile works as early as 1978. So I'll just quickly flip through. 1979. She was really ahead of her game. This bush jacket and then the maternity dress was made for the International Year of the Child. I actually remember that because I was a kid. 1979. I thought, oh, the International Year of Me. So I like the designs, even the tie and you know, these are like in the 70s. Well, 81. Okay, just quickly show you. Just beautiful. You can tell she's from Australia. There's a gum nuts. And this is like, what's it called? A freestanding sculpture. So she's made a cup moth larvae. I mean, it's amazing, but if you're going to make something, make something a bit prettier. I'm not, you know, that doesn't really do anything for me. I love this. I think that's beautiful. So yeah, these butterflies. That's a bit more interesting. This sort of reminds me of, actually, funnily enough, this Dutch lady that's on Instagram who makes this sort of stuff. Look at that. I mean, it's amazing. Old lady moth. The way she does this must take ages. Beautiful, the colour. See, it's a freestanding sculpture. I think they're freestanding, but they're real 3D. Beautiful. So I thought, oh, I love these colours. So whereas I was to do it, you could probably do a combination of freehand, was it machine motion, whatever thingy. Let's have a look. Just very quickly show you. I mean, her name is so Dutch. Annemieke Mijn. I love that. See, she paints that and she puts that on. Mating Mythical Moths. That's the one that's on the front cover. Yeah, they're just beautiful. So I really love the colours of these. Okay. I'll just quickly flick through it. These are the hand done. They're so cute. That stunning. 3 panels. Where are we? Beautiful. So, I mean, it's definitely, I mean, I don't regret getting it because it's just so inspiring. And then just the way, you know, it shows some of her, like the way she pieces it and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. But I thought I definitely would love to incorporate the wings and stuff of that one and then have the peg and do a little bit of that. So I'll show you. I've got bits and pieces. Ugh. Now this is what I thought for that one that's on the front. This one here, this is an old tablecloth, and as you can see, I mean, it's sort of got that, it's got a cream background, but it's got stains and all that kind of stuff. But I really like the colour, and it's a really good, like, it's really thick, and you know, like it'd be a good background to work on. I thought, I love that. I just think that's really nice. And then it's got it's like a tablecloth with 4 doilies on it. I mean, they look at them, they're filthy. but that might be really good for maybe the centerpiece, or using the stripes on the side for using the stripes here. So I'm always on the lookout for a really good, it almost looks like tea towel, you know, those old tea towel things, but needs a good wash. All cotton. I like these little labels. I might take that off, put that here, and incorporated that into my treasures. So there's that. Then I got this, and she has all these little bits and pieces that I like that, and I think it looks like it might have been old curtains, I think, by the looks of it. So once again, needs a good wash, but that's the type of stuff that you would use for on here, or you know, like for on those quilts. This has got a little bit of another color on it. I quite like that. So yeah, whether, you know, like it's got a bit different color. So I was really lucky to find this. She's such a good, like, she's an antique shop, but her prices are amazing. Like, really lucky. So I think when you come over, Corrine, I'll take you to here. She has got the most beautiful, beautiful doilies. Oh, they're just gorgeous. And then I just got this as well, like in here, how she's used unfinished embroidery, even though I'm not going to be doing that with this. This is actually an apron. So most of it's partially done. I'll see if I can match up this. I think she's used all 6 strands. It's a Semco, so it'll be stranded cotton. But what I would like to do is come in with watercolor and actually color it in, because I just think it needs full color. The leaves, I could probably do the inside of the leaves. It just, yeah, it's lacking something. So you know, it's quite obvious that you need to do a little bit more than what she's done, but I mean, it's a lot of work, so people can get a bit slack. See, that's the top. Got a couple of marks and stuff on there, so I was thinking of doing the watercolor and everything on there. And I like that Semco design. That, I don't know whether we're going to have a prompt with that on there, but I think I would like to put that in there. I've got 2. They're the pockets. So that one's got a few marks and stuff on there, but what you are best doing is actually stitching first, and then if you need to wash by hand or whatever, because this stuff comes off when you put it through the machine. So yeah, that one seems a bit better, but that would be a good, you know, for that where you need your bit of embroidery. But I've also got a nice doily that I've got. You can get nice doilies from there, but this would make, you know, a nice cushion or whatever it is. Once I paint it, I think it will look fabulous, and I will continue on this lady's work. I just really hope I can match up this. I'll just have to maybe take it with me to my local quilt shop and see if I can find something similar. Once I've painted the inside, it'll look all right. Now, this was a treasure. Look at this. It's a big one. Bought the box, and then all the other bits and pieces that I've got inside. Look. How good is that? I've got some, so she had a basket full of these. I think there might have been, I think there's probably about 8 left. Packs of 10. And I liked this one because they had a few different sizes. I've got new ones, but I just, something nice about the old ones, and I think these are really nice, that I would like to make some stuff, maybe butterflies and moths or whatever, and you can stick them on your Christmas tree. I've got one of those sort of trees that it's like, you know, I use it for Christmas tree and Easter tree, or I mean, it's just up all year round. So I thought, ooh, I know what I'm going to use for those. She had a little window thing that had this. Isn't this beautiful? $2. I thought that was pretty jolly good, because it looks really old. And, oh, it's, you know. And then this was sitting on top of that, and it was only $1. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. Might as well. Can't go wrong. So, but I thought, oh, that's so pretty. You usually don't get to see it in that light blue colour. How pretty is that? So very happy. And then But I think I might try and attempt to fix this, but I do quite like the colour and everything inside. Here's the doilies. This is just one of the doilies that you can get there. So something like that would be really good for this, especially in these, because look, if I do use this, the colours, see how good that goes, the blues and the yellows, so that would work really well. So can't go wrong. Blue and yellow go really well together. And then these are the damask, that was the tablecloths, and then she had in a separate spot these, which I think there's 5 of these, and I thought, oh, I'll just get these. But then I thought, how nice would they be making those Christmas decorations? They're just, the colours, oh, they're so pretty, and it's, you can, oh, they're just beautiful. The colour is really nice, and because it's so shimmery, you know, can lend itself to sort of Christmassy stuff. Look how they folded them. Really nice. I have to keep that in mind for when I do a dinner setting. So it's got a big tablecloth that goes with these, and I thought, oh, I might go back and get them. And then the price tag, it's a lady in Smythesdale. And then I got these. She charged me $2. I can't believe, you know, $2. Yeah, pretty good. So I think this bunch was $2. That was $2. These were a bit more. I mean, it's $7, but if you go to a vintage market, it's usually about $12. This was $12. I think the tablecloth and these, that was $7. This was $4. Can't go wrong. This was a little bit more expensive. That was $8. So yeah, all this was at $59 for everything that I've got here. Not the books, but that, I thought that was pretty good. So I'm like, oh, the box was $12. That was a little bit more expensive, but I mean, $12. I think I might stick that box right here. It's perfect for the sitting right there, because I've got all these little bits and pieces, and that way I can chuck it all in the one spot. And so I just chucked all my little treasures in there. So pretty. And yeah, I'm really happy. Like, it's very different, this, for me to get this, but it's, I love the vintageness about it. When you see something like this book, it inspires you to think outside of what you would normally do, and yeah, and get different sort of stuff. Like, I wouldn't think of getting, you know, the coloured tablecloths, which I've got here. So okay guys, I think it's gone on long enough, especially for a haul, but it's a haul and a book review as well. So What Once Was Old by Bonnie Sullivan, and if you go to Can Do Books, that's where you can get it. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.